Welcome everyone to our explainer on a project that's tackling a huge issue in our schools. All that wasted time and, the constant distractions for students. It's called Eduverse, and it's an intelligent learning network designed by a truly brilliant team of students to completely revolutionize the classroom experience.
So how exactly is Eduverse changing the game? Let's break it all down. First, we're going to look at the very real crisis happening in our classrooms. Then we'll introduce Eduverse as the solution. We'll see it in action from both a student's and a teacher's point of view. And finally, we'll zoom out to see how this all fits into the bigger picture for India's future. Every great innovation starts by really understanding a real-world problem. So before we get to the solution, let's talk about the challenges in our schools that the Eduverse team was determined to solve.
The team really went on a mission to figure out what's actually holding our classrooms back. They did a ton of research, they talked to students, they talked to teachers, and they found the main culprits. Communication all over the place on WhatsApp, these old manual ways of doing things, and just so much wasted time.
Now get this. Here's a pretty staggering statistic from research by UNESCO and NCERT. Teachers are losing 20 to 30% of their valuable time on tasks that aren't even teaching. That's almost a third of their day just gone, spent on paperwork and planning instead of being with their students.
And a huge chunk of that wasted time? It comes from something that seems so simple. Taking attendance. 10 minutes every single class, every single day. That adds up to hours every week. That's precious time that could be spent actually mentoring students and clearing up their doubts.
And it's not just the teachers facing these challenges. For students, the real battle is against distraction. The team's research found that out of 7 hours of screen time a day, only about an hour and a half is actually spent on learning. The rest, it just gets lost in that endless social media scroll.
So we've got this two-sided problem, right? Teachers are totally bogged down with admin tasks, and students are really struggling to stay focused. So what's the Eduverse team's solution? A comprehensive AI-powered platform that tackles both sides of this equation.
This question was their guiding star, their how might we, that drove the entire project. See, they weren't just trying to build an app. They were designing a whole connected ecosystem to finally bridge that gap between teachers and students, all using the power of AI.
And the answer is Eduverse, a complete intelligent ecosystem built right here in India. It uses the power of Gemini AI to connect everyone, automate all those tedious tasks, and give students learning tools that are truly personalized and adapt to what they actually need.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's see this thing in action from a student's perspective. How does Eduverse actually help them learn better and stay engaged? This is where the magic really happens.
The student portal is just packed with these powerful AI tools. There's an AI study buddy that makes personalized schedules for you, instant copy evaluation for immediate feedback. There's even a tool to check on your stress levels. And to make learning really engaging, there's a feature called Chat with Your Idol, which lets students interact with historical figures and, make history come alive. Okay, take the AI copy evaluation, for example. This is a total game changer. A student can just upload a picture of their handwritten answers and the question paper, and the Gemini AI gives them instant grading and detailed feedback. Can you imagine getting that kind of immediate input instead of waiting days for your teacher to get through a whole stack of papers?
And it's not just the tech. The design itself is incredibly thoughtful. The team used this modern style called claymorphism, which gives the interface a really soft, friendly 3D look. Think of it like soft clay. It makes the whole digital experience feel more inviting and way less intimidating, which is so crucial for keeping students engaged. All right, now let's flip the coin and see how Eduverse empowers our teachers. Remember that 20 to 30% of wasted time we were talking about earlier? Well, this is how Eduverse helps them get it back.
The teacher portal is an absolute powerhouse of tools designed to just slash that non-teaching workload. Teachers can instantly generate question papers and lesson plans with AI, they can automate attendance, pull up diagrams for their lectures, and talk directly with the entire class through EduBroadcast. It's all about making things efficient.
The time savings here are just massive. Lesson planning goes from taking hours to literally seconds. Grading is immediate, not a weeks-long process, and communication is all in one place, not scattered across different apps. This is a fundamental shift in how teachers can manage their classrooms. It's huge.
But, this revolutionary shift in the classroom is really just the beginning. Eduverse is so much more than just a clever tool. It's a stepping stone towards a much larger national vision for a stronger, more self-reliant India.
This is a homegrown solution that directly supports our national goal of becoming Atmanirbhar, or self-reliant. By building our own advanced edtech tools, we reduce our dependence on foreign platforms, and we empower our own educators and innovators to shape the future of learning right here in India.
And it's not just about self-reliance. It's about making our students future-ready. By using these AI tools, both students and teachers are developing the digital literacy and critical thinking skills that are absolutely essential for the modern workforce and, of course, the demands of Industry 4.0.
Ultimately, as the team puts it so well, this is about building a future-ready educational ecosystem for a smarter, more connected India. It's a vision that aligns perfectly with our national goal of a developed India by 2047, and that's exactly why projects like this are so incredibly important.
This wasn't a solo effort. This was brought to life by an amazing team. Arindam, our team lead and AI dev, Paranch on the front end, Shivansh on the back end, and Machunjay and Suryan Shah on UI/UX design. We strongly encourage you to experience Eduverse for yourselves. The links to our working prototypes are right there on the screen. Thank you.